Hi, it's Jasmin. You know, that girl who did you know what way before the internet ever existed. Join me and my special guest every week as we talk about anything and everything because nothing is too taboo. So punch your ticket and get on board the Krazy Train with me, Jasmin St. All aboard!
Welcome to a brand new episode of Krazy Train podcast. This week's guest is none other than the Triple X sensation, Jennifer White. Thank you so much for joining me today, Jennifer. I know we were trying to make this happen for a while, but how are you?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I'm just glad you took the time out to do this because I have quite a few questions for you. So, prior to the interview, you were mentioning something about showcasing for Elegant, or is it Evil Angel? Is that what it is now? Evil Angel?
One of each. They're two different production companies.
So I've been retired from the business for God, 30 years, I think. Forever. What is a showcase?
Each company will release a movie, normally has like 3 to 6 scenes in it. Um, this one in particular, I'm in every scene. So it's basically a movie all about me, which is fun.
I love it. What's the difference between Elegant Angel and Evil Angel?
I'd say Evil is more hardcore, maybe a little bit, but they're both pretty hardcore. They're both gonzo, which means no dialogue. Just lots of teasing and sexiness and just goes right into sex. So
I think that's what most guys like to see. I don't know of many fans who care so much about the dialogue. Did you go to Exotica at all?
yeah, I went to Exotica, New Jersey. And you're right, most people fast forward through the dialogue.
So I remember Evil and Elegant Angels when they were around in the 90s. Is it the same owner or is it two different owners now?
Elegant for sure has a different owner. Evil, I think it's always been John Stagliano that owns it. I could be wrong, but yeah, I think it's the same owner for Evil.
That sounds about correct. I mean, the last time I saw him, I believe it was at an award show, but it's been a minute. Um, why did you even decide to get into adult films?
Fun story that always that starts with Craigslist, but
Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go.
yeah, I was on Craigslist for an unrelated reason. I think I was on there looking for furniture or something like that. And I randomly came across an ad for an agency looking for girls. And at the time, I was kind of in debt and wanted a quick way out. But once I started filming, I was like, wait, I like this. I'm kind of good at it. I think I'll make a career. So I did. But I always like to say I was on Craigslist looking for a couch and I found the casting couch.
Uh, You know, that's so you're on Craigslist looking for a couch and you found a casting couch, which I think is a better deal. I prefer actually, I think that's awesome. Let me tell you, girl, if Weinstein was on Craigslist and I was using Craigslist, I totally would have gotten on my knees and blown him. Who knows if anything would ever came of it, but who cares? Uh, he's done a lot for these young ladies' careers. So what were you doing prior to adult? Were you a cashier, a secretary? I don't know.
Yeah, so I worked at Starbucks for like 3 years. I was an assistant to a real estate broker slash general contractor in Beverly Hills. Those are the main ones. The other ones were just like short-lived little side gigs. And then I went to cosmetology school. That's what I was doing when I first started in porn. So I was doing both cosmetology and porn at the same time, and then dropped out of beauty school and was like, I want to do this full time.
So that doesn't really happen in the movie Grease. I don't This was probably way before your time. A lot of my do you the beauty school dropout scene where one of them drops out of beauty school, there's this whole thing with Frankie Avalon, but it doesn't show her doing
Yep.
porn. So you went a different way, which is good. But one question, why don't my baristas look like you at Starbucks?
Some of them do.
Really? I don't know, man.
Depends on where you go, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of them have like multicolored hair and piercings and just they sound super confused. But moving right along, I have to talk to you about this. Cock bang. Okay, so we had such a thing as a bukkake with like 20, 30 people. I didn't do one, thank God. I mean, that looks fucking messy. Was this somehow I like the fact that it was in a garage. So Johnny Darko from Evil Angel directed Jennifer White's 12 cock blowbang. I like the word blowbang instead of bukkake, but bukkakes are super messy. Was this controlled, and where'd you get 12 guys?
Well, bukkakes are different from blowbangs. Bukkakes, you don't suck their dicks at all. It's just they just jack off on your face. It's
Gross.
fine. Totally. In the best way.
I missed
Um,
it.
we we found the guys by just going on the agency sites and hiring the best.
So you got professionals. And how long did the blowbang take?
It took a few hours. We had a smoke machine there, which and it was all outdoors, so we were having some issues with like wind and stuff like that. So it took a little bit longer than it should have. But it was a few hours, mostly teases and yeah, just like walking by the guys. They were all dressed in mechanic uniforms. So yeah, it was really dirty. You couldn't touch anything but skin.
Well, hang on a second. Was this auto shop somewhere in Sun Valley?
That sounds right.
Are you looking for a safe way to bet online where there is something for everyone, including yourself? Then go to betonline.ag where I am sure you will find something. Don't forget, it's betonline.ag for the most variety and the safest way to bet online. So here's a bit of information. I did a layout there for Hustlers Busty Beauties back in the day in an auto body shop in Sun Valley. Let me tell you, it was messy as fuck. But in your case, I don't think I'd want anyone even touching me with all the grease and stuff. Uh, did any of these guys get nervous? I mean, I never get I didn't really pay attention to male performers back in the day because I just wanted to get in and out and go home. What's the camaraderie like on set with all of you guys and that many people?
The guys all got along great. I mean, they're they're very just I guess before the scene starts, all the guys usually are chatting together and I'm off like taking photos and doing the teases and then once the scene starts, it's like the energy raises and gets fun.
Do you find it tough being married while being in the business, or is your husband on the other side of the camera as well, like your side?
For me, no, because he's very supportive and he's my manager. So like um he he gets turned on by it. So there's never been that little like jealousy issue. Maybe a little bit early on in the career, but I just made a point to like let him know I'm not going anywhere. Like this is just it's fun, but it is a job and there's a professionalism that you need to uphold. And I made that pretty clear early on and ever since we've been fine.
I think civilians have this really weird illusion that it's so different having porn sex and so different, like getting a porn blowjob than what they see on camera, you know? But that's nice that it works for you guys. I've been around people where it has not worked and where it has worked. And this reminds me very much of the relationship of Ashlyn Gear and her husband. He was behind the camera, she was in front of the camera. But as far as I know, they were together for many years. The messiest part of your blowbang, was it cleaning up or was it the actual waiting for everyone to like blow their load? And did they do this simultaneously or I'm sorry, how did it work?
A lot of the guys came like almost at the same time. So it was like back to back to back, just loads everywhere. That was probably the messiest part. You'd think we're at a junkyard, probably the grease and all that would be the messy part, but it's probably all the loads.
Well, it's good for the hair, everyone, and it is good for the skin. I'm just saying, did you get anything in your eye?
Probably. It's occupational hazard.
I hate when that happens because it just starts burning. Like my biggest rules were
Burning.
not near my eye and don't get this shit in my hair because my hair will get sticky and gross and I got to get a blowout.
The hair sucks, yeah.
I know, and they don't get like we take care of our hair, and when you have like super long hair, it's one of those things where it's not going to get out that easily. Um, what was the first film you ever did?
First film I ever did was for Vivid, and it was called Brand New Faces. Um, that was with Alex Gons. Yeah, that was fun. I was so nervous that day. Oh my God.
I can imagine. And was it's what you expected? Were they really nice, or was this like not as glamorous as you thought it would have been?
It was more fun than I expected. I and everyone was really nice. And they did, I always like to talk about because they did an interview before the scene, and we were talking about, what was about to happen. And um I started saying that I didn't want to give a blowjob, which I find hilarious now. Because really, girl, you're in a porn, you're not gonna give a blowjob. But honestly, at the time, it was because I had this weird thought in my head that I just looked so ugly with my mouth like wide open like that, and I was like, I don't want to look ugly on film, so that was kind of why. But now I'm like, I don't care. It's like I get a kick out of the fact that I look so pristine in the beginning, and then at the end, I'm a mess, and I think that's pretty cool. I do these things called freshly fucked FaceTime now, so you get to see like just me wrecked after the scenes.
I'm just learning so much about the business now. And, I have a lot of respect for you girls that do the business now because it seems like you have to work so much harder than when we had to. Are you under contract to anyone or are you a freelancer?
No, I freelance. I work for everybody.
So, roughly how many times a month do you work so you could live comfortably?
I like to give my OnlyFans people about 4 collabs at least a month. Um, and then maybe like 4 solos on top of that. So like 8 updates altogether for just OnlyFans. And then for mainstream, I'm working on average like 3 to 5 days a week.
Yeah, I think you need a vacation right now, like a 2-week vacation. No collabs, no nothing, just like shut the OnlyFans off. It seems like OnlyFans is so time consuming. Do you go on there to chat as well, or do you do customs?
Oh yes, yeah, customs are big, and the chatting all day long is a big one.
Ugh,
That's how you keep them there, keep them engaged.
I don't know how you do it. I swear, you kids, I don't get it. 'Cause I just like get anxiety from just this. Like after 5 or 10 minutes, I'm like, all right, yeah, I can't do this because I'm such an active person. I need to be outside interacting, having intercourse with the world or something. Just I can't do that. So you have all the praise in the world for me for this. If you weren't doing porn, what would you be doing? And don't tell me being a barista.
Realistically, I wanted to go into special effects makeup. That was the goal. Um, but if I could pick like any career, if I could like start over, I'd probably go into like forensic science or something interesting like that.
So let's talk about your upcoming project with Wicked. Tell me about that. And was it dialogue rich?
Oh yes. It was a huge script, like 80 pages or something like that, which a normal porn script is maybe like 12, 15 pages. So yeah, that was a big one. It was for me, I was there I think 5 or 6 days. And I was the lead for that one, and it was based on 90s porn, and I played a wicked contract girl. And I just thought the concept was really cool because not only do you get to see, all the sex, which is great, but you get to see kind of what porn's like behind the scenes, like all the drama and the like wholesome moments and that kind of stuff, which was really thoughtful, I thought.
They're saying 90s adult film. Is that what they were doing this based upon? And you're talking like drama? Yeah, it's not a little drama. It was a lot of drama back then. And the goal of the contract girl back then when we had CES AVN shows was to spend as much money as you can on the labels, on the video company's dime. So that means like you stay in the best hotels, you get them to pay for the nice, beautiful gowns that you wore, and of course, champagne, food, like whatever you wanted. Did they go through that aspect or did they make it very simple?
They didn't really touch on that too much. It was kind of comedic. and more focused on it was like comedy and then wholesome and then sex was kind of the vibe. You'll have to see it.
Yeah, what's the name of it so I could see it?
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in the Valley.
Oh, what a perfect title. Once Upon a Time in the Valley, which is Wicked Pictures, of course. They've been around for a very long time. Who directed the movie?
Seth Campbell.
And what was your experience working with them? What was it like?
Oh, he's a great director. He has been in porn almost the same amount of time I have. And he started as a performer and he still does perform, but in the last maybe like 3 to 5 years, he's been directing and I was so impressed, just really like his attention to detail was unmatched, I felt like. And I thought he did a really good job.
How long have you been doing this?
17 years.
Whoa.
I
What
know.
is the key
Forever.
to yeah, what's the key to your longevity in the business?
I attribute it to the fact that I think people are receptive to like my authenticity and the fact that I really, really enjoy sex. I think just people like watching me fuck.
Well, yeah, they're buying your videos and you're still getting paid to do it. So I'm sure there are quite a few people who do. So, I got to ask you this, and I don't like asking people too many questions about their personal lives because that's for you outside of everything. Name one thing you enjoy doing on your off time aside from, maybe getting your hair done or going to the gym. What's something else you enjoy that takes you away from everything?
I love going to comedy shows and traveling and hanging out with my animals. Yeah,
Aw.
and friends.
So, on the topic of animals, I have this theory. I know a lot of sex workers that are very attached to their animals because animals don't judge us. I'm not sure if that's correct, but what animals do you have?
I have one dog and one cat. My dog is a husky German Shepherd, so he's a big boy, and the cat is a tabby, gray and black.
I want to get another cat, but I know if I get one more, then I'll end up getting like three more, then two more, then another one, and I'll end up with like maybe a zillion cats. I just have one right now, but he's like my whole world. It's scary how some of us treat our animals like actual humans, but I totally get it now. Like I understand it, like later in life. What are your plans for beyond porn after porn's done?
I don't think I'll ever leave porn, to be totally honest. As far as performing in front of the camera, I probably have maybe like, I don't know, 5, 7 years left in me, something like that. And then I will transition to more like production and directing and that kind of stuff. So I'm never leaving.
Never say never because there are so many girls that were from the 90s getting back into adult films now or whatever version there is. They have like their OnlyFans and they're shooting content. So you never know. There's always some people have a comeback in them, some people don't, and some people just stick with it. What are your thoughts on granny porn? Like these women are in their 70s and 80s. I feel like it's elder abuse to some degree. It is.
I say all power to them. If that's what they want to do, by all means, get it, girl.
What do you have coming up? I know that right now you're out there promoting your blow bang. What else is on the horizon for you?
Let's see. I have quite a few shoots for, some big companies. Um, I don't want to reveal too much, but I would like to put together kind of another showcase for myself. The Elegant Angel one that I did, that was the first time they ever let me have complete creative control over a project. So I came up with the entire concept. I handpicked the crew, the talent, the wardrobe, the makeup artist, the locations, like literally every step of the process I was involved in. So I thought that was pretty cool and different and something I'd like to explore a lot more.
It sounds like fun. I think showcases are very good for talent, especially like if you have your own creative input. Back in my era, we didn't have that creative input. They would just throw scenes together from other films you did. There's another movie, or maybe just dedicate three scenes. Uh, about how many scenes do you shoot per movie?
That one or showcase in particular had six. I've done a showcase that had three, and I've done a showcase that had four. So yeah, it varies, but it's like the average 3 to 6.
And what's your OnlyFans if people want to go on there and submit some customs or custom request?
Or it's at Jennifer White or JenniferWhiteXXX.com will take you there too.
What's the wildest custom request you've had?
So
I'm scared.
I had I had one where the guy wanted me to, it was like an enema fetish, and the guy wanted me to put, it was like a kitty litter size container in a bathtub and just keep like filling my ass with water and shooting it into the Tupperware. And then he wanted me to send him the finished product. So I did the video, but I did not send him the finished product. Because, yeah, that's super legal.
Yeah, I hope this guy doesn't own any cats or anything like that. Um, because there are some people doing some fucked up stuff to animals these days. If people want to catch up with you on your socials, where do they go?
You can find me at Twitter at Jen White Triple X, Instagram at Jen White 2.0, and TikTok at that Jenna, Jennay.
That's really cute. And oh, real quick, do you have any appearances? Do you do the feature dance circuit and anything else aside from Exotica?
I do. I feature dance usually like 1 or 2 weekends a month. Definitely check my socials and I will promote wherever I'm gonna be. So I do, yeah, all the conventions usually and feature dance, yeah, once or twice a month.
My God, I don't know how you have time to breathe or even get your nails done or do anything with a schedule like that. It's 4 collabs a month and four of your own things and customs. Wow. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. I super appreciate you and keep doing what you're doing.